Finally, someone that's not depressing. Thank goodness. I was actually hoping that this game wouldn't be full of just browns and beiges. Oh, you are strong. Thank you. Sorry. Waposa. Did I pronounce that right? Welcome to the stream. Hello, hello. I should introduce myself. Hello, my name is Crypta Agate. I am an apothecary VTuber. I just had my VTuber model debut stream last Saturday, but I'm experiencing some network issues, so I'm not using my model right now, and I'm just using my PNG. But I mostly like to play JRPGs here on my channel, so hence we are playing Metaphor Fantazio. Some of my... Oh, I found you through YouTube, so I know a little bit about you. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for coming across my channel, and and it's a success that I caught your attention enough that you decided to come live. Oh, you have a model now. That's so cool. Yes, the VOD for my debut is up on Twitch. I just have to upload it to my YouTube channels. But yes, I did debut my model last Saturday. Sadly, the model's network interferes with being able to stream this game, so can't use my model right now. But yeah, some of my favorite JRPG series are Xenoblade. My ultimate #1 JRPG series is Xenoblade. I also really like Persona, so hence we are playing other Atlas games as well. But I also am most known on my channel for playing Digimon games. A lot of my community comes from my Digimon streams, which I have every once in a while. I'll play a Digimon game. But also another thing that I like to do while I stream is voice act any unvoice acted scenes in games. I just feel that it's a lot more fun for everyone, and it creates a nice, entertaining environment. I'm so sorry that I've been in and out of stream. Oh, don't worry about it, Kana. Don't worry, don't worry. We all got things to do. Don't worry about it. Also, like, I know this is around like your lunchtime, and it's also Friday, or at least it's Saturday for you, Friday for me. But it's the weekend, and I know people like to do things on the weekends, so don't worry about it. But yes, Waposa, thank you so much for deciding to join the live stream. I appreciate it. Random Dale, hello, hello. As I saw some of your voice acting stuff, it's really good. I've been looking around for VAs lately, and your work is very compelling. Oh my gosh. I mean, I guess, could you really call it work? I really just voice act in video games. But I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yeah. Let me know. Let me know. Was it, let's see, my voice acting stuff? Was it that clip when I was playing Digimon and I was trying to do like so many different voices? But I feel like my Tales of Symphonia stream has really helped me like practice my range of voices, because everyone in that game, from male to female, there's like a man and woman for everyone. Like there's like a little kid that's a boy, and then a little girl, little boy, little girl, and then teenage boy, teenage girl, and then adult woman, and then adult man. So I feel like Tales of Symphonia has really helped like me practice range. So that's been great. Oh god, coughing. Some of your shorts and skimming through your Tales of Let's Plays. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be posting more shorts and clips on my shorts on my main channel, clips on my second channel more often. Tomorrow is my last day for my contract job, so I'll have a lot more free time to work on more stuff for my channel. So I'm really excited for what's to come in 2025. Do you do any voice acting outside of just for your stream? Not at the moment. I'm kind of in the process of getting into it, but I haven't done anything so far yet, just because I've been so busy these past 6 months with like job stuff. But I have been looking into it. I am friends with a former voice actor. I won't say who, but they're kind of like giving me some advice and whatnot. So that's that I'm looking into it, but I haven't done anything just yet. Mostly just because I wanted to practice a lot, because I don't know, I just want to go into it feeling a little more confident before I just go straight into it, I guess. If that makes sense. Was this voice acted? No, it wasn't. Okay. Although sometimes there are some days where I can't voice act as well if my cough gets really bad. Today I'm kind of struggling with the deeper voices, but hopefully it'll be better for tomorrow. Oh come now, the air is clean and there's no sign that they've been attacked by humans. Really, what more could you ask for? Ah, Stroll, you know what they say. If it's too good to be true, it's too good to be true. Have any interest in doing voice acting for animation? Oh yeah, totally. Somewhere down the line, I hope to do any forms of voice acting. Well, maybe not lewd stuff, but I would love to voice act for video games or animation or cartoons or whatever I can really get. Like anything. I just want to be able to voice act in general down the line. It would be so much fun. But yeah, right now I'm just kind of like... So basically, I try to get my life together first, and now I'm starting to branch into more of like the fun hobby careers things. I hustled for a little bit, and now I'm starting to open up to more possibilities. I don't know if this is a great place to pitch it, but I'm working on an independent animation if you're ever interested. Oh, okay. Waposa, do you have Twitter or X? We can talk about it through DMs as well. If not, then let's see, what else do I got? I have email, but I feel like email can be a little bit too much of a hassle. But yeah, like I would be interested. That would be fun. We can talk about it a bit later. If you have some form of a communication as well. Yeah, we can talk about it. Oh god, my cough is kind of bad today. Whew. In fact, gazing out at all this green, I find such peace. I can hardly think of raising my sword again. Fine. So I made an interesting baking experiment recently. Sourdough bread. Oh wait, Random Dale, how was your holiday? Sorry, I got a little bit distracted by our newcomer. But how was your holiday? And also sourdough breadsticks. I feel like actually I don't know if I've ever had those before, but that's been great. How is that working? So I made an interesting baking experiment recently. Oh yeah, I did. It sounds great. I need to sort out my Twitter again, but I'll definitely hit you up there or email. Okay, perfect. I do have I think I have my email listed on my YouTube account. Let me see. Let me double check I do not. Okay. Where do I have my email listed? I've had people reach out to me on my email before. Where did I list my email? Okay. After stream, I'll add my email to my channel description. Yeah. I think I might have to do that. Links, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube. Okay, yeah. Yeah, okay. I'll add my email to my YouTube channel description after stream. And then if anyone ever wants to email me about business-related stuff, feel free. I don't want any spam email. Sorry. Pretty good. The amount of onion and garlic powder I added completely overrode the sourdough flavor. Oh no! I mean, I do love myself some sourdough, but I do gotta agree. Too much onion and garlic can ruin it. Yeah, the weekend for me, but it's so rainy. Dude, I thought it was gonna rain where I live too, but it faked out. It was a fake out. It didn't rain at all. I was like, damn. I would have really loved for it to rain. I love the rain. I love cloudiness. I love rain. I like it when it's cold outside, because then I just get so cozy. Awesome. That'd be great. Thanks so much. Yeah, no, thank you to Waposa for wanting to reach out. I appreciate it. Also, during I found out why I wanted to use his gift, I gave him a bunch of light novels. Light novels? Which ones? From like Japan, Korea, China? Yeah, China makes some light novels. Do they call them light novels here in the West? I don't think so. I think they just call them books, right? And also a cabinet. You gifted him a cabinet? Did you make it? Oh wait, no. Or I think that's someone else in my chat who makes furniture. There's someone in my chat who makes furniture. I forget who it was. I also gave Dad the first 3 One Piece manga. Oh my god. Getting your... I wish I could get my parents into video games or anime, but they're so boomers. Like, they're both boomers. Like, they're both so old. It's like, oh yeah. I can't get them into it. It's too late for them. Yes, you made it. Oh, it's you. Oh, it was you, Random Dale. Oh, you made it. Reminds me of my dad. My dad also made like all of the furniture in my room growing up. Like my bed was made, like he made my bed frame, he made my cabinets, he made my desk, he made my vanity, he made my mini table. He's made like, I don't know what you call it. The thing that overhangs over someone's bed with curtains. The thing that holds like a curtain. What is that called again? I forget. But it's like attached to the ceiling, and then you're supposed to hang curtains on it, and it's supposed to like drape your bed. I don't remember. But it's only like the head of the bed, not the whole thing. I don't know what that's called.
Come on.
Hey, guess what? I found the village shop.
That reminds me.
And by the way, do you want to ask about the old inventor? You know, the man with the relic that Neurus was looking for?
Why didn't Neurus leave the runner then? Shouldn't this be a happy reunion?
Who knows? Though, I thought I heard him mutter, "Old goat's probably dead," or something like that.
Hey!
Excuse me, is there an old inventor living in this village?
Obliging shopkeep? An inventor? Hold on. You don't mean that Ishkia Codger? Is this supposed to be insultive slang? With the bad leg? Well, I'll be damned. Never thought anyone would actually show up.
Canopy? Yes, I think it's Canopy. That sounds about right. Yes, he made a canopy for me when I was younger as well. Basically, he's made everything that you would need in a room furniture-wise except for a chair. He hasn't made a chair because, like, I don't think he knows how to make, like, a swivel office chair because I needed, like, a swivel chair. But he's made everything else. He knows how to make a stationary chair, but not a swivel office chair. But yes, any piece of furniture my dad has also made. He made an armoire, he's made cabinets for kitchens, bathrooms. He's made a lot of stuff. My dad's cool. How far are you through this game? You liking it a lot? I'm going at it at kind of a slow pace-ish. I'm currently in July. July 5th, I think, is the day we're on. And it's been, I think, 32 hours, 33 hours of the game. I'm kind of behind, I think. But yes, I'm enjoying it a lot. Okay, I was gonna say I have yet to be disappointed by an Atlas game, but I'm not gonna lie, Soul Hackers 2 didn't really hit the way I thought it was, the way I expected, but it wasn't a terrible game, but it wasn't amazing. But when it comes to like the story writing for a lot of Atlas games, they never miss. They usually never miss. Like even the spin-off games for the Persona games, like Persona 5 Strikers and Persona 5 Tactica, those had really good stories for being spin-off games. Like they had no reason to be as good as they were, but they were still great. But yeah. Swivels are tricky. Yeah, like I don't think he knew how to do that, so he just never really tried. And even then, like I feel like with chairs, I needed an ergonomic chair because most of my days spent sitting down, so I needed a chair that would kind of help fix my posture. So it was probably easier to just buy a chair than have my dad figure out how to build it. Oh, so it has a calendar system similar to Persona. Oh yeah, it does. I wouldn't say that this calendar system is as like tricky as Persona was. I still feel like Persona is a little bit harder to figure out in terms of splitting your time effectively. This game has a lot less stuff, but then again, I think I'm only like a fourth of the way through the game. So there's probably going to be more down the line as well. I have some unfun rounds with doors. All mine want to wrap when finished. Doors. Has my dad made a door? I think he has. I don't think he's made any of the doors in our house, but I think he said he's made... Oh, wait, no, that's a lie. I think he has made a couple doors. I actually don't remember. Because I know our house did go under some renovations when I was like 3, so I don't really remember if he made them or not. He might have. I'm not actually sure. Hola, folks. How are we doing? Sleeping Silk. Welcome, welcome. Oh, wait. Sleeping Silk. Is Codger, is that a slang
in Europe, or is this something the game made up? That Ishka Kogger. I assume Ishkia is like maybe the one of the tribes in this game, but Codger? What is that a real like slang term? But how are you doing, Sleeping Silk? Hope your holiday was also great. Do you ever have those moments where you look at a character from video game or anime and just think, what if? Kata, you're gonna have to explain. What if what? You better not be thinking anything dirty or anything bad. Man, I wish I could use my model right now so you can see me giving you the sus face. Man, I wish my model would work right now. Codger. Yes, codger. It's older English slang, and yes, it's like you call someone an old codger, they're like old and cranky. Actually, that makes sense. You know, actually, now that you say that, maybe I have heard this word before, but I don't know where. Old and cranky. So basically, boomers. That's basically, codger is another word for boomer. What if they had a deeper story? There you go. There you go, Kana. What if they had a deeper story? I wish. Sometimes I'll look at NPCs and I'm like, what's their story? What could have been their backstory? Or sometimes I'll even look at people on the street and I'll be like, what's going on in their life? How are they living their life? Like, how are things going? Like, actually, last Sunday when I was gonna go visit my friends to watch the Sonic movie, I was driving. And there were this car behind me had like these two ladies who were like, they were both jamming out in the car, they were smiling, they were laughing, they were both like giggling at something on their phone, and they looked so happy, and they looked like they were such good friends. And I was thinking, I was like, dang, I wonder how they met. I wonder, like, I assume they looked like that they were best friends from the way that they were like smiling and laughing and dancing with each other in the car. And I was like, I wonder how they met. I wonder what events took place in their life that led up to how they were meeting, and how did they end up becoming close? I wonder that sometimes. So maybe not so much with people in video games, but sometimes I'll look at people in real life and I'll be like, dang, like, what's your story? What's your life story? Essentially true. Around Pennsylvania? Philadelphia? No, Pennsylvania. Philadelphia. PA. It's still used commonly. The codger? Really? Seeing people being super happy organically in the world is a real treat. Can really brighten up your day. Yeah! I was like watching these girls like from my like rearview mirror, and I was just smiling, and I was like, they look so happy. It made me happy. It made me happy that I was gonna go see my friends as well. And I was like, yeah. Needed a... Sometimes you just need to see other people smiling, and then instantly your mood is so much better. Not that I wasn't in a bad mood at the time, but like my mood like improved. Well, my mood enhanced, I should say. It made me miss my best friend though. I haven't seen my best friend in so long, but I am seeing her on Sunday, so I'm happy about that. But I'm seeing her like with other friends, not one-on-one, so we won't be able to have our one-on-one. My best friend and I haven't had a one-on-one in so long. I miss her. What is this? An igniter. I've never seen such a shape. Couldn't tell you. Haven't the foggiest what happens in inventors' heads. He just told me to give this to anyone who came asking about him. Hetty used to be famous in the world capital, but he developed... He developed a fondness for this place in our sky burial ritual. Oh, let me give you this too. Adventure's Journal. What's in the blazes is this? I can't make out a single word. There's a language like this come from. Oh, where's the language? Oops. Even when sad, knowing others that maybe like you are out there and are being blessed with what they deserve can be very uplifting. Yeah, it's nice to know that, like, you know, not every, you know, in a world where all of us are trying to just get by day by day, it's nice to know that people are at least finding the happy moments. Like, even if I'm sad, I feel like even if I was sad and I saw those two girls having fun, I probably would have instantly felt better. Like, I would not have been jealous. I would have started feeling better. It's like, at least, you know, like they say, smiles are infectious. Oops, I did not mean to skip through that dialogue. I wanted to read it.
After I handed him what I got at the village, New Russ fell into sight. Wait, we don't actually get to go in?
It's been like that for a while.
No. I wanted to see a happy green town for once. Not the brown beige towns we've all been to. I exactly feel the same when I see happy couples. Ooh. Honestly, I feel, maybe it's just I'm not around couples a lot, but I feel like a lot of people don't express PDA as much anymore. Like, I don't really see a lot of couples holding hands or smiling or look like they're having a good time anymore. Or I don't know, maybe it's just the locations I go to, but or maybe I just don't notice. That could be another thing.
This thing is a genuine article, a real bona fide lost relic in my hands.
Gosh, coughs.
Some sort of power affecting the air around it. Trace amounts only. Something. A reaction. A reaction entirely unlike magma.
Ross is funny.
Absolutely smashing.
What is his species in the game? I feel like they said it, but I totally forgot.
Tap this conduit here. Can't forget a masterpiece like
Yeah,
this.
for sure. I really support PDA and hope people develop a positive outlook on it. I know it's easy to get jealous if your circumstances are rough, but it's so lovely. I think we've just all learned in some way, somehow, to be bitter or jealous of people who are quote unquote happier, doing better than us. But I feel like, these days people are too comfortable disrespecting others, and for some reason disrespecting other people has become slowly but surely becoming normal, that we can't just be happy for other people. And I don't know how that started. I want to say the internet, but I don't know. But I think we all need to remind ourselves, we can't project our insecurities onto other people, and let's just let people, live their life, just let people be happy, let people be happy for something, let people be excited for something. Like, you don't have to project your bitterness onto other people. But as they say, people who are unhappy and bitter want other people around them to feel bitter and happy, and we need to get out of that mindset. That mindset is becoming too common these days. It's a rarity seeing genuine couples holding hands and having a fun time. I feel like there's also just the dating scene in general has also changed compared to the generations before us, Like, people are approaching relationships much differently these days. So that could also be a thing. It's a really biased outlook. Considering it's the ebb and flow of life, a happy couple might have been utterly miserable for years before that. That is also true. That's also true. The cycle. Problem is that couples today go from the no PDA to no, this is not for public way too fast. Yeah, that's true. That is also true. I guess there's also nothing wrong with being more reserved these days, but I feel like people are more inclined to comment on things that bother them than they did like maybe 20 years ago. 20 years ago, people would keep to themselves. Nowadays, people will make comments for anything these days, like literally anything, like the smallest thing. Like, you could just, like, a piece of hair on another person could bother you, and then you'd have to go up to that person and point it out. It's like, come on. Or actually, I don't know if that was a good example, but you know what I mean. Like, people are just too comfortable saying their thoughts out loud. There we go. That's a better way to phrase it. I think he's one of the owl bird guys. Well, yeah, he's an owl bird, but, like, what's his species name?
I say that. Did you find this for my sake?
How come? Okay, what's Will's real personality? Because we're getting like so many options where we could just be like a straight up jerk.
We wanted to help
And I
you
know
out, nurse.
technically, like, every protagonist, they have an ideal personality. Like Joker for Persona 5 is a little bit more of a silly, kind of funny guy. like he'll say the most unserious things. And then Makoto in Persona 3, he's a lot more depressed and sad, and he doesn't really value
what people, or not value. He doesn't really care what other people think or what he says, I guess, in a way. Jesus, my lungs. The drive to have to always comment on everything is a tough one for sure. I get you absolutely. Yeah, like, basically what I was saying about my boss earlier is that my boss, unfortunately, is a little bit too comfortable saying mean things, but she tries to play it off like a joke so she doesn't get in trouble for saying the mean thing. You know what I mean? Like, I like, in her mind, as long as she tries to phrase it as a joke, then she can say whatever she wants. And I don't think that's acceptable. Like yes, you can be frustrated with people, but you don't have to phrase it in a way where you're just like straight up insulting them, you know? It's unfortunate. I was super jealous at one point. I mean, I think it's okay. Like, I think we've all been jealous at someone at some point, no matter the context is. I think it's okay to feel jealous. It's not okay if you react badly to it, to the point where you're affecting that negativity onto the person who made you jealous, or I guess depending on the context of the situation. But it's okay to feel jealous. It just depends on how you react to that jealousy, I guess, or how you project that jealousy. Aloha. Hello, Strawberry Ninja. Hello. That took me a second to notice you were saying hi. The non-comedical joke defense is such a pain. Those people are really hard to confront to since they put no accountability on themselves. Okay, I'm gonna say something. This happened, I think, like a week or two ago at my workplace. So, it was a day our boss wasn't here at work, and I was making something for a client, and they asked for a specific color for this thing that I was creating for them. And so I made the thing, and I did exactly as the client wanted, because that's my job. I'm supposed to do what the client wants. I made the thing, they liked it, everything's good. The next day, my boss comes in. She sees the thing that I made for the client. She turns to me and she's like, why was this color chosen for this thing? And like she asked out loud, she's like, why was this color chosen? And she asked it, so I answered. I was like, oh, well, that's the color the client asked for, so that's the color I gave them. You know, simple, like, explanatory answer, right? And she asked, she's like, why was this color chosen for this thing? And she responds, oh, so you're the one that made it, that's why you're being so defensive about it. And I was like, huh? Bish, you literally asked. You literally asked why. And I told you why. That's not me being defensive. That's me answering your question. I was like, I almost glared at her, but I held back and I was like, nope, I'm not gonna start shit. I'm not gonna start shit. But I was like, was that really necessary to say? Like, she called me defensive, and I was like, lady, you asked. You literally asked. Like, that's not being defensive. That's like when your parents, like, it was giving the same energy of like when your parents are like arguing with you or scolding you, and then you try to defend yourself, and then they take it as like a personal attack. It was like giving that same energy. Like it was basically the same energy as like, don't talk back to me, basically. But I was just like, I don't know. I just like avoided my boss for the rest of the day that day. And even my coworkers were like, wow, like, why was she being such a snob? You know, like, my coworkers were not having it either with her. Actually, my coworkers were mad at her yesterday too, but that's a whole other thing. Whew. There's just no way that kind of outlook is good for them, man. My theory is they think it'll somehow uplift them by putting others down and jumping always to their first conclusion instead of hearing others out. Honestly, I have this one coworker that I think my boss is jealous of, because he's a really experienced guy. Like, he has a lot of like work experience for our field, and he has a lot of connections. And oops, did not mean to click that. And he knows like
positively
how to
tripped
do
man
his
up.
job well.
You may be
To the
just a
point where
lad
I
with-
think if he
with a
wanted
heart
to,
for sale.
he could qualify for a manager position or like a higher position if he wanted to. And I feel like my boss feels threatened by that because any chance she can, she blatantly tries to like tell my coworker that she doesn't like the way he does things. But in my mind, I'm like, no, like the things he's doing makes sense. Like the things he's saying works. I don't know why she doesn't like the way he works when the things he does are good. But I think it's because maybe she feels threatened by him. It is my guess. And I was talking about this to another coworker and he agreed. He's like, yeah, I think she feels threatened by him. Which, oof, rough. Yeah, like your professionalism being put into question and some sort of projected insecure defense, major projecting. Yeah, that's what I felt like. I don't know. My boss, she has a very strong personality, and I feel like she's like that probably because no one's ever like told her off because, you know, I feel like maybe she's never had anyone tell her off for her attitude. So maybe that's why she's constantly like that. But still, that's not good, especially when you're trying to manage a team, you know. I think that sort of thing is just pretty common. They're always judging. Bitter people usually have those insecurities and need to vent them constantly. Yeah, I don't know. I was really annoyed when my boss called me defensive for literally answering her question, and I get like also annoyed when she goes to this one coworker that she feels threatened by and tells him that everything he's doing is wrong and that she doesn't like him or whatever. And I'm just like, lady, girl, you just feel threatened. That's all I can say. And the chair came apart again. I really need to glue it. Oh, again? Uh-oh. Rat him down. Get that figured out.
And that old fella. Seems silly to ask, but he's long gone, isn't he?
They get into a loop due to their power or whatever and start generally believing people can't stand up to their ideas, even though it's clear to others people people just don't want to engage with things so immature, especially if their income is on the line. I guess so, but my boss is related to somebody in the company. So I think she has the power of nepotism on her hand as well. So I think that's why she's a lot more bold than I think the average manager is, because no matter what she does, she's not gonna get in trouble. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Sadly.
I'm sorry.
Thought so. You can fight the years, but you can't beat them. He made good on his
Been on
promise, though,
the
eh?
list of to-dos soon for
It's in
weeks
my
now. Everything
hands
else
now,
got
old man.
prioritized. But your chair! You need comfort. Yeah, those can get away with it. Can just go wild. Shame they're not more self-aware. Yeah, that's the thing. If people don't suffer actions of their consequences, it's just gonna keep igniting. You know, their attitude is just gonna get worse, sadly. But, you know, none of us can say anything. Like, we can't go to her and tell her, like, hey, we don't like your attitude. Because, like, what? Like, who's gonna back us up for that? Nobody. She has nepotism on her side. They're not gonna be on it. No one's gonna hear us out, sadly. Cooking some good old stuff while listening. Ooh, what you cooking for lunch, Kana?
Something from the village. It's written with some letters we can't
excuse me.
understand.
Ah, a cipher. Mirror letters. See here? It's a script I use myself when I don't want any snoop stealing my inventions.
I cooked last night spaghetti squash for the first time to take to lunch today. Pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. Although I didn't, when I put my spaghetti squash in my container for lunch, not all of the water was drained out properly, so my spaghetti squash was a little bit soggy, but I'll just have to make sure to drain out more water next time. But I tried spaghetti squash for the first time, and it was very good. I'm not really a squash person. Mostly just because I guess I don't really eat a lot of dishes that have squash in them, but I'd almost forgotten what squash tasted like, actually.
stir-fried beef with onion and a side of soybean cake. Give me some. I want some. I mean, I already had dinner, but I want some. My mother loves spaghetti squash. It's so good. I didn't realize how good it was. I cooked it, so I cut the squash in half, and I first drizzled it with olive oil, and then I put feta cheese on like the inside, like the roof, the pit. Yeah, the pit. That's what we call the pit. On both sides, and then I put in grape tomatoes, and then I also put in red onions, with garlic, seasoned with salt, black pepper, and oregano. And then I baked that for about 45 minutes, and then I took it out, took a fork, mixed it all up to get that I almost said paschetti. that spaghetti effect, and then ate it for lunch today. It's pretty good. I feel like I would add maybe a little bit more to it, because it was slightly bland, but I didn't want to go too crazy with it in case I didn't actually end up liking it. But now that I do like it, I think I will experiment with adding more stuff to it this time, like other veggies or other seasonings.
Thanks, old man.
Oh, do I finally get the gunner archetype from this? Hopefully. Yes!
Thank you.
Sorry, my gremlin voice came out right there.
What is it?
Mother just
Blueprints for a
cooks them
big
face down
food
on a
invention?
baking sheet with butter. Ooh. Oh, so you eat it just like that? The squash and the butter?
No. This is research on the lost
Research.
relics. Looks like the old fellow was hunting
Yup.
for others.
Gremlin Crypta model when? In the future.
Different
I'll
site
make like a
here.
little chibi gremlin of
He
myself.
tried to guess at locations too. Looks like his chase ended when he lacked the means to follow his findings. Say, I've a
You know,
grand
it's kind
favour
of
to
odd
ask.
how sometimes
Could you check
Gallico,
around for more
like
of
Gallico
these
only
lost
wears her shoes when she's in dungeons, and then takes it off any other time. Like, why not just wear them all the time?
Looks like the old man worked out a few other locations. There's 7 more relics noted down in this journal. I've got to see them all with my own eyes. A quick stopover or 2 in our travels should be all it takes, so please?
Leave it to me,
Right.
Nuras.
Leave it to me.
I like the way in Japanese cartoons, the way they beg, like they put their hands like above their head and they're like bowing.
We're
It's so
in this
funny.
journey together, what?
You know, my brother, my brother is, I don't want to say he's fairly new to anime, but he's still in the beginning stages of being an anime fan. And he's at that stage where he copies like really cringy poses from anime. Like, sometimes he'll JoJo pose every now and then. And he'll also say like, you know, random Japanese words every now and then. And then he started doing the thing where he like does, you know, like bowing. It's so cringe. I swear, if he saw the beggar pose, he'd start doing it. like the pose that Nuras just did. Keep in mind, it's my twin brother. It's not a little brother. My twin brother. And I'm just like, oh no. Like, introducing you to anime was probably the worst decision we've ever made. The worst decision me and a friend at the time ever made. Presumably she doesn't want to step in something dangerous. Who? What was I saying? Oh, Gallica. But what's she gonna step in? She's flying.
The free-hearted engineer, Neurus. Within him dwells the virtue
Oi,
of the gunner.
the only anime my siblings know are Pokemon, Sailor Moon, and Dragon Ball, all basically the mainstream ones. I mean, nothing wrong with them.
Nurture thy bond
I mean, I
with
guess,
him,
like, if you don't know what
and a new
Pokemon is, like, you
power yet
clearly are not
slumbering
from this
within
planet.
thee may awaken.
Pokemon is, like, the #1, like, selling franchise in the world I saw. So that's crazy. New Bond, rank 1.
I'm ready to kick my feet up, lad.
Yeah. I can sense the heroic embodiment of the gunner from Neuros. What's a Pokemon? A Pokemon is when you go to summer camp.
But
And
do you even know where they
well,
are?
while you're at summer camp, the sky opens up in the middle of the day, and you get sucked into the sky, and it takes you to a different world. And when you wake up and you realize you're in a new world, a place called the digital world, you awaken to see little creatures around you that talk and claim to be your partner. And that partner is going to be your lifelong friend who will evolve as you grow as a person. That is a Pokemon's. Alright, I finished cooking. Want some Crypta? Yes, please. Save me a side of beef.
Well, they're scattered all about, my girl. If we could crack
The fairy
cipher,
and
that'd
shoes.
narrow down
Presumably
our
she
search
might
Dad.
have to land. She could get tetanus or an infection from a cut. But have we ever seen her on the ground though? I don't think we've yet to see her on the ground.
I'll leave this
One
journal
time.
here. If I can crack any
Like
of
even
those,
when
I'll make a
even
special
when Will's
note
sitting
of
on the ground, she's still
So
floating.
You just take a look when you feel like a spot of treasure hunting.
This one's important.
Hey, I was thinking this back at the village, but I think I might be able to detect this relic with my powers. I'll know if I'm close to it. When you want to hunt for relics, can you let me know?
It seems like Gallica can sense where relics are. I should search the area if she brings it up. Oh, another thing, finding relics. Gallica will sometimes inform you she's detected a relic when you're at the entrance of a dungeon. Make sure to keep an eye out for her when you're exploring inside. Okay, that's another thing I
Thanks,
have
you
to
two.
note to
I'm
keep
rather
track
looking
of.
forward to digging deeper into this.
She makes little aerodynamics or caloric sense. A little bit, in some way. I left Neuros to be immersed in his work and returned to the village with Gallica. Buy. We're gonna buy... What is this? A citrus bath salt that calls life's long spring to use. Use while bathing to increase agility by 2? There's bathing in this game? Oh, fudge. It's turning more and more like Persona. Prevents rage, prevents paralysis. Do I need these? Luck? I guess I'll buy one. I have one already. Do I really need more than one? Agility up. Strength 3. Oh, strength 3 could be good, potentially. I'll just put on you. Pigeon parcel. An assortment of carrier pigeon eggs intended to become a conventional means to deliver letters in small packages. Huh. Interesting. Sure. Don't know what that is, but sure. I have a decent amount of medicinal herbs and magical pills, so I don't think I need to grab anything else. Buy the Persona DLC where you can revive Makoto and also play as you and Ren. Wait. In Q2? Or are you just saying like a random DLC?
Now then.
Sell all that, get some money. I think that's everything, right? Let's go back to base. I don't think I'm not done yet. Maybe I should buy one Oreo sugar just in case if maybe we need to cook more. Oh, I actually bought 2. Okay, I guess it's fine. I'm only joking. Oh, because I was thinking, I was like, that's not a real thing yet. The only universe where technically all the protagonists come together is Q and Q2. That's not really DLC. Okay, I think that's everything actually. Let's
All right.
leave. Head to Man-Eater's Grotto.
Hey,
You're going to keep traveling, right? Okay, let's get back to the runner. Yes, we need to go to Man-Eater's Grotto, which, what time is it?
Traveling merchants and
Will
treasure
probably
hunters
be
have
for the
fallen prey
next
to.
time I stream
Behind its
Metaphor.
innocuous-looking entrance, untold monsters lie in wait, impatient for their next meal. The gauntlet runner comes to a stop, the entrance beckoning its visitors, inviting them.
What should I expect from
What
Man-Eater's
lies in
Grotto?
its depths,
Because we're not a human,
or death?
does that make us man if we're not human? Because man refers to human, right? I found a loop in the
Alright.
system. This is the Walrus Nest. At first glance, it looks like your average cave. Most of the miners have run off, it seems. Guess it's all onto us from here.
Understood?
I don't know why. I can't figure out a good voice for Haizme. I don't know. Okay. I already forgot what he sounded like. Mining for ore and gemstones in this town's principal industry. If nothing else, we have to clear these monsters out so that people can maintain their livelihoods. Okay, we'll fix it. We'll fix it. We'll fix it. Yes, and the town's taverns and shops depend on the miners' patronage as well. To leave this situation alone would be to see the town. Whoa, dry throat. Would be to see the town's economy slow to a halt. Whoa. You know what? I have not had any water this whole stream. That is a cat. Give him a cat voice. He's not a cat. He's a rat. He's a cat who's a rat who's a bat. That's what he is. Water? Yeah. Sounds like a furry. What? He's not a... He is an animal. That doesn't make him a furry, right?
Finish it, quick!
Okay, we'll wreck these worms then. Do you know what? We'll eradicate them. And their little larvae, too. Oh, Stroll's fired up. What has gotten into him? Is he not a tad overexcited for this task? Oh, I think the mere mention of Vamos sends his mind back to that dinner table. Come on, let's press on. Just a second. I sense something. There's a relic? This feeling, it's...
so hey,
It was only for a moment, but I thought I sensed one of the relics Neuros is looking for. Make sure you don't miss any treasure chests, okay? Okay, so treasure chests. Alright, so this is Man-Eater's Grotto. Wonderful. Wait, how many days do we have? Mission 12 days until... Oh, 12 days. Not mission 12. Okay.